tree of life is blooming, meet me there. Where the storms of life are o'er, on the happy golden shore, meet me there. Where the songs of angels ring, and the blessed forever sing, in the palace of the King, meet me there. By the river sparkling bright, in the city of delight, where our faith is lost in sight, meet me there, meet me there, meet me there. Where the tree of life is blooming, meet me there. When the storms of life are o'er, on the happy golden shore, where the faithful part no more, meet me there.
Welcome, class of 2025. Good afternoon. My name is Grace Johnson, and I am a senior class officer at Kearney High School. Please stand with the gentlemen removing their caps as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Good afternoon. My name is Jeff Gans, principal here at Kearney High School, and it is my distinct honor to welcome you to the 141st Commencement of Kearney High School. Thank you for joining us today to honor our graduating seniors. Today, we have an empty chair to recognize those special people in our lives who could not be with us today. Parents, classmates, family members, and friends, please join us in a moment of silence for those not with us today for this joyous occasion. Thank you. I would like to introduce Senior Class President Cadence Eklund, who will give our student welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I want to welcome all the distinguished guests, dedicated teachers, proud families, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. Together, we gather to celebrate a milestone that once felt like a distant dream. 4 years ago, we walked through the doors of our high school as uncertain freshmen trying to find our place. Now, we stand here ready to take on the future with confidence, resilience, and a sense of purpose. The journey to this moment was anything but easy. We navigated long nights of studying, early mornings, setbacks, and successes. But through it all, we grew into the individuals we are today. This achievement is not just ours alone. It belongs to the teachers who challenged us, the families who supported us, and the friends who stood by us. Today is not about looking back on the past, it's about looking ahead. We leave here with knowledge, ambition, and the determination to shape our own futures. So, let's celebrate how far we've come, embrace the excitement of what's ahead, and step forward with confidence. Congratulations, Kearney High's graduating class of 2025, we did it.
Thank you. It is my pleasure now to introduce Mr. Jason Mundorf, Superintendent of Kearney Public Schools, who will give our Kearney Public Schools district welcome.
Good afternoon, friends. It is my honor and privilege to welcome everyone here today to the beautiful UNK Health and Sports Center for the commencement ceremony honoring the Kearney High School graduating class of 2025. I would be remiss if I didn't begin my remarks by recognizing all of the parents, grandparents, guardians, friends, and mentors here with us today physically or in spirit. It is your enduring love that has brought our seniors through some of their most challenging moments growing up and in reaching today's crowning moment. Seniors, would you please help me in recognizing and saluting these special people in your life for all they've done for you? I am joined here on stage today by members of the Kearney Public Schools Board of Education. President John Eisnagel, Vice President Paul Hazard, Secretary Drew Blessing, Amy Barth, Nikki Deeds, and Amanda Smallcombe. These board members are devoted leaders who govern our school system in a manner that ensures Kearney Public Schools will continue to meet the highest of standards. Please join me in thanking them for their continued dedication to our district and students. To all friends of the graduates, to all relatives of the graduates, to all Kearney Public Schools staff, and especially to the parents and grandparents with us here today, welcome. Graduates, it goes without saying you've been an exceptionally accomplished class at Kearney High School, demonstrating excellence in the academics, the arts, and athletics. Many of you are planning to compete in your respective areas of excellence at the collegiate level. Let the experiences, accomplishments, and lessons learned and earned at Kearney High School serve as a platform to catapult you to reach even greater heights. At Honors Night this past Tuesday, many awards, honors, and scholarships were handed out to these seniors, demonstrating collective evidence of their skills and talents. An impressive $5.3 million in scholarships have been awarded to the class of 2025. Additionally, 35 seniors have scored 30 or higher on the ACT, placing them in the top 2% of all test takers nationally. Crowd, would you please help me in a round of applause to recognize the hard work and accomplishments of the class of 2025. Graduates, on behalf of the school system, I would like to thank you for your leadership in retaining many storied traditions of our past while paving the way for future traditions and graduates of Kearney High School. You have cemented a legacy of successful accomplishments in all facets of school life, ensuring that the class of 2025 will be remembered as great students, athletes, artists, musicians, thespians, and ambassadors for Kearney Public Schools. Again, on behalf of Kearney Public Schools Board of Education and administrative staff, we welcome you to the commencement exercises for the 2025 graduating class of Kearney High School. Enjoy the program.
Thank you, Mr. Mundorf. Our first commencement speaker is Isabel Kurz. Isabel is the daughter of Sarah and Chris Kurz. During her high school career, she participated in a variety of school activities and leadership roles, including speech, quiz bowl, marching band leadership, various theater productions, one act, book club, and a position as the International Thespian Officer. This fall, Isabel will be attending the University of Nebraska at Kearney, pursuing a degree in communications and journalism.
Looking around this room, I believe that it is vitally important to recognize the fact that not one of us had the same high school experience. In fact, most of us had not even remotely similar ones. And regardless of each of our unique rises and falls over these past few years, I'm sure the majority of you are all sitting in your chairs feeling more than eager to escape into a world outside of high school. However, despite our collective and long-awaiting anticipation to leave, the truth is, at the end of this ceremony, after our hats have fallen, our cheers have faded, and we have exited those doors, many of you are going to feel not an exultation of joy, but rather simply a heavy sigh of remorse. There will be a consideration for everything you failed to do, each moment you hesitated, the activities you shied away from, the friends you never made, and most importantly, the chances you didn't take. Although these feelings may exit us and follow us as we walk away from this room and away from the past few years and forward into the absolutely terrifying and brutal world that is known as young adulthood, the most important thing for all of us to do is to embrace the present and the unexpected as we finish this chapter of our lives and step into a world of uncertainty. And while that new and unexpected future may seem incredibly scary, rather than allowing ourselves to be held back by these feelings and regrets of the past, we must realize that it is a crucial and inevitable part of life. And as we remember this and begin to embrace the uncertain, with every step we take, our faces should be turned not around, but forward, entering the next stage of our lives with a reminder in our head that we are worth so much more than fear of the future and a regret for the past. I wish I could pat each of you and myself on the back and say that you are okay, and that everything else for the rest of your lives will all be okay. But if I did that, I would be lying. I have no idea what each of you plans to do after this. I have no idea what I plan to do. But there is one thing I am positive of, and that is that everything is not going to be okay. Instead, everything is going to be new, and nothing is going to be certain. And while that not okay reality may sound incredibly scary, it honestly is the most amazing part of it all. I mean, who wants just okay? Throughout our lives, we've all been told what is expected of us. Maybe we've been warned that pursuing our passions is unrealistic, and we should become doctors and lawyers. Or we've been told that we're too weak or slow to dare to become those things. Maybe we've been taught to accept where we are now, or told that mediocrity is all we need because it is simply good enough. Maybe we've been frowned upon for where we're going, the choices we've made. And while it may be tempting to believe that if we listen to the words which constantly surround us, all of those things we are so scared of will be okay. But the truth is that all of those people are wrong. Going forward from today and for the rest of our lives, we all need to remind ourselves constantly that the expectations of others hold no control over us. Only we control our futures. And striving for simply okay is not enough. We should want to be exceptional. We should want to take risks to pursue our passions. We should believe that we are strong enough to do the things that people are telling us we can't. And most importantly, we should never hold ourselves back in fear and settle for the idea of okay. I personally want to succeed and fail and take the risks that I need to take to feel that I have lived. And I truly hope that each of you does that exact same thing. And even if you remember nothing else from this speech, at the very least, I ask that you all remember to never fail to strive for better than you think you are worth. Because I know that this group is capable of so much more than just okay.
Thank you, Isabel. I would now like to welcome Senior Class Officer Ansley Goff, who will introduce our commencement choir.
Kearney High School's commencement choir will be singing Meet Me There by Nebraska composer Dr. David Von Campen. The Kearney High Choir is directed by Mr. Clayton Moyer and accompanied by Mr. Thomas Prentice. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming the Kearney High Commencement Choir.
Meet me there. songs of angels ring, and the blessed forever sing. In the palace of the King, meet me there.
By the river sparkling bright, in the city of delight,
Where our faith is lost in sight, meet me there. Meet me there. Meet me there. Where the tree of life is blooming,
meet me there.
when the storms of life are o'er, on the happy golden shore, where the faithful part no more. Meet me there. Meet me
Excellent work, Commencement Choir. Another great example of the talent here at Kearney High School. Our second commencement speaker is Alex Hazenauer. Alex is the son of Jennifer and Jeff Hazenauer. Throughout his time in high school, Alex has pursued and been extremely active in music, from marching band and jazz ensemble to playing first chair at the Nebraska All-State Convention 2 years in a row. Alex has maintained a love for the arts. He has been engaged in media production projects and other creative outlets, all while applying himself to rigorous academics. This fall, Alex will be attending the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, where he plans to major in psychology with a minor in music. He hopes to explore cognitive science while also staying engaged with music along the way.
Parents, faculty, and to the class of 2025. Although we have overcome challenges and accomplished many outstanding things to be here today, I firmly believe that no individual is solely responsible for this milestone success. To reflect upon how we all got to this point, this graduation, I believe it is important that we take time to recognize all of the incredible people and opportunities that allowed us to achieve excellence and shaped us into the people we are today, ready to face the world. While the ears of our greatest supporters, loved ones, and mentors are around us, let us express our gratitude. To the warm hands of the parents who held us through our earliest years, taught us our first words, and introduced us to this complicated world. To the loving families who simultaneously comforted us when we needed it most and pushed us, always to be better as we grew and learned, celebrating every step along the way. Thank you for your compassion, your love, and your warmth. To the teachers who have instructed us, you have not only taught us about the nature of the world or the history of the human race, but have shown us how to be good people, how to connect, to work together, and to be open to the world around us. You have given us the tools to analyze and discover for ourselves what we make of this strange universe and decide how we want to fit into it. For your guidance, your patience, and your persistence in challenging us always to grow, we thank you. And to the facility workers of Kearney Public Schools, who have provided us with the clean and safe environments we learned in, as well as the incredible programs that we've had the privilege of engaging in. It is because of these pristine facilities and departments that each one of us has had the opportunity to fully explore our greatest interests and creativities. For this, we are beyond grateful. Now here at our graduation, we look onward to the future ahead of us. This day marks our true entrance into the world, and as we step out from under the guiding hands and support of those around us, it is all too easy to feel overwhelmed. An inevitability of human physiology is that as we mature and experience stress, the body will fortify itself. The flexibility and quick regeneration of a child's bones are lost so that in adulthood they may withstand more pressure. When the skin is exposed to repetitive stress, rough calluses form so that it may protect itself. In exchange for these protections, however, adult bones become more brittle and callous skin loses its softness and sense of touch. Similar to our bones and skin, our minds can be subject to a similar hardening. There will be times when everything goes wrong, or when the weight of this cruel and confusing world bears down on you. When this happens, it will be easy to fortify ourselves and become as unfeeling and harsh as the world can be. But the difference between our minds and our bodies is that we have the choice to change how we think and how we react to what happens around us. Just as our bones trade away their flexibility and healing to be more withstanding of pressure, it will be easy to trade kindness, consideration, and sensitivity to meet these new demands of adult life. When pursuing a competitive career field, a higher academic degree, or simply striving to make a living, it will always be easier to become absorbed in ourselves. As humans, we are programmed to take the path of least resistance, and when tasked with keeping ourselves alive and getting by, that may mean neglecting those around us. While turning a cold shoulder to the world may enable you to build the greatest of fortune or success, you'll come to find that none of it matters without people to share it with. Although it might take more effort, time, and vulnerability, growing genuine connections and caring for others is the path to true fortune. And just as our skin may harden itself and trade its sensitivity for defense, our minds can become unfeeling and lose touch with the world when faced with pain or negativity. It is a fact that there will be low points in life, and when we are dealing with stress or sadness, it is easy to see each day as a cycle of mundane events. During these tough times, it will be natural to become indifferent to life. When each day brings stress or grief, it can easily become all that we see and lead us to grow numb. However protective it might be for our minds to dullness in this way, it can lead us to miss so much of what's truly here. We will only be able to fully appreciate the beauty and value of each new, changing day if we remain present and sensitive to this world, even if that means feeling deeper pain when stressful or sad times are near. My fellow class of 2025, as we step out into the world and carry new burdens, I ask that you do not graze these flowers with calloused hands. It takes great strength to be kind and sensitive in a world that can be so full of pain, but kindness and hope are what the world needs most. And although it may be easy to fortify ourselves and grow numb to the stress and unease life can bring, you will only come to miss so much of what's truly around you. This life ahead of us will be full of immeasurable joys, love, and adventure we can't even begin to imagine. And we have the power in our minds to choose what we make of it. To bask in the true beauty and awe the future will have to offer us, we have the power to remain soft and to remain kind. Embrace the lows of life, so that when the sun shines and the flowers come, you can truly take in the dazzling world that surrounds us. Be kind to each other, be kind to yourself, and please, do not graze these flowers with calloused hands. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. It gives me great pleasure to present the class of 2025. The senior class members standing before us have represented Kearney High School with excellence. Their leadership has helped make this school year especially noteworthy for Kearney High. These students have completed the requirements for graduation as established by the Kearney Public Schools Board of Education. It is my pleasure to present the class of 2025 to the Kearney Public Schools Board of Education and Mr. John Eisnagel, KPS Board President.
Good afternoon to our families, faculty, friends,
and most importantly, to our new graduates in the class of 2025. It is an honor to stand before you today as the president of the Kearney Public School Board to officially accept the graduating class of 2025. On behalf of the entire board, I want to extend our heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of our students now set to become our alumni. Today marks not just the end of one chapter and the beginning of the next, but also a transition as each one of you begins to take control over the trajectory of your life. The paths and destinations before you now become yours to set. I hope that your accomplishment today can stand as lasting evidence that you are capable of overcoming the trials and tribulations that you will inevitably meet, and that greater things can and will be achieved by you. You've worked hard, grown wiser, and become leaders in your own right. Your achievements both in and out of the classroom have made us incredibly proud. And we would be remiss if we also did not recognize the teachers, staff, coaches, and family members who stood by you, lifting you up, challenging you, and believing in your potential. Graduation is truly a shared triumph, and we celebrate that together. To the class of 2025, as you step into the next stage of your lives, know this: you carry with you not only knowledge but character, resilience, and hope. We believe in you, the world needs you, and what you have to offer. So with great pride, on behalf of the school board, I now officially accept the graduating class of 2025. Congratulations to you all. Thank you, President Eisnagel. Mr. Ty Royal will step forward to give us our next speech.
On behalf of the class of 2025, I ask you to honor the dignity of this occasion by observing the following standards of graduation etiquette. Please refrain from clapping, shouting, or using any type of noisemaker for individual students. This will ensure that each graduate's name is heard. Your congratulations can best be shown by applause for all students after the last graduate has been awarded their diploma. Graduation guests are asked to show respect for the class of 2025 and their accomplishments by remaining seated until the last member of the class has left the Health and Sports Center floor. Thank you.
Angel Efren Pereira. Piper Jane Alford. Esperanza Nevea Almazan. Bryce Lee Anderson. Devin Keating Anderson. Ava Louisa Angel Trejo. Houston Chance Arnold. Assam Salom Aram. Anna Jasmine Avida Yepes. Omar Avida Alvarado. Cherish Divine Bailey. Jackson Allen Bailey. Carson Noah Baker. James Vernon Ernest Barnes. Owen Todd Barty. Samuel James Bartley. Benaiah James Bauer. Nathan Thomas Bauer. Xavier Lee Bauer. Cambry Jean Beckman. Hunter Riley Beerbaum. Mason McKay Bell. Dayanara Eileen Benitez Castillo. Corsa Jean Benner. Gabriel Charles Bennett. Reese Cole Bertrand. Turner Hutchison Bertrand. Hannah May Becky. Gavin Sterling Bishop. Talon Adam Bober. Eleanor Dawson Bokenkamp. McKenna Marie Baumberger. Haley Lynn Bonsell. Alexis June Bordeaux. Bryce Cole Bossier Rutherford. Kaylee Joe Bauman. Luke Robert Broccoli. Mackenzie Ann Brennan. Cody Robert Bridges. Braxton Hawk Brisbane. Chloe Deborah Bruce. Benjamin Wallace Buchanan. Abigail Marie Berger. Sophia Grace Buzanel. Tyson Joe Cabela. Caitlin Grace Callahan. Stephanie Cancino Torres. Brittany Saley Canal Bellaton. Dante Christian Cardenas. Savannah Brielle Carpenter. Gabriel Josue Casillas. Aiden Lee Casnilla. Nicholas David Catterson. Alexis Paige Siepel. Gabriella Grace Chavarria. Jeremiah Joseph Chavez Michael. Alejandro Cyprian. Saul Crisneros Yanes. Chip Catherine Clark. Corleen Jade Clark. Hadley Ann Clark. Cassidy Dawn Clark. Mackenzie Jane Clark. Kyla Sonnet Cook. Haken Kinley Cool. Alberto Josue Cortez Rivas. Gavin Lewis Cuddy. Alexandra Catherine Cross. Megan Nicole Crowley. Sarah Ann Doggy. Lydia Brianne Dart. Emma Lynn Davis. Hadley Aaron Denny. Michael Eugene Durr. Anais Brielle Devin. Kaya Jolynn Duvall. Aiden Michael Dillman. Joshua Cademan Dolmans. Nolan Donald Joseph Doherty. Luke Daniel Draper. Alyssa Skylar Dunn. Colby Dean Elber. Ethan Joan Eilers. Cadence Marie Eklund. Kyler Wayne Eklund. Ragad Epawal. Landon Lee Elmers. Callista K. Fedorchik. Aaron Shady Fester. Evan Lane Fiddler. Corey James Fields. Sander Patrick Fees. Maggie Marine Fitch. Cameron Elizabeth Ford. Sadie Marie Fortune. Kendra Eileen Freerich. Kaylin Nicole Fries. Ayana Irene Ann Verzane. Paige Marie Frida. Addison Dawn Fuller. Ethan Sky Gabbard. Cole David Gappa. Bethany May Goverich. Maya Lee George.
Callan Michael Gifstad. Dane Richard Gilg. Owen Scott Gilming. Taven Oliver Glanz. Caitlin Joe Getter. Ansley Jane Goff. Eric Alexander Gomez. Evelyn Gonzalez Ojendes. Caden Ryan Goodman. Brandon Bradley Goodsell. Hunter Kellen Goodwin. Seth Robert Gordon. Bridget Madison Graves. Callan Leon Graves. Benedict Aiden Griebel. Rachel Marie Griffiths. Isaac Guevara. Gavin John Gachewski. Tamia Guade. Tice Kenneth Hackbart. Devin Andrew Hager. Sierra Grace Hall. Joshua Cole Hamilton. Madeline Marie Hanna. Peyton Marie Harden. Alexander Allen Hazenauer. Kelsey Ryan Hatcher. Kaya K. Hazard. Miles Thomas Hazlitt. Emma Claire Heacock. Paxton Lee Hecken-Livenly. Jesse Hunter Hedstrom. Sarah Lynn Hempstead. Jason Curtis Henry Millard. Cale Andrew Herman. Tatum Renee Herman. Charles Robert Herbert. Romy Skylar Hewitt. McKenna Ann Hill. Bryson James Hillegas. Blake Michael Heisey. Zane Henry Hollebeck. Caden William Holt. Chloe Louise Howard. Connor James Howell. Alexis Christine Oestis Tovar. Keegan Andrew Hunt. Thor Callan Ingraham. Lacey Joe Isaac. Riley McAllister Isaac. Gretchen Lee Isaacson. Piper Morgan Isaacson. Cameron Joseph Ivy. Ridge Adam Jackson. Brett Matthew Jacobson. Keith Alexander John. Peter Joseph Jan. Olivia Jocelyn James. Landon Wallace Jameson. Andrew Joseph Janisek. Elena Ray Jasnock. James Michael Jenkins. Caden Charles John. Benjamin Richard Johnson. Gavin Philip Johnson. Grace Lynn Johnson. Corbin Allen Johnson. Xander Lewis Karsten. McKaylee Nicole Caslin. Jacob Fiskella Keith. Jeremiah Dale Keith. Lily Ray Kelsey. Tatum Marie Kidd. Trevor Justin Kent. Madison Pearl King. Sophia McKenzie King. Liam Oliver Kirkland. Kendall Parker Queen. Chloe Dawn Klepping. Sophia Jo Knapp. Lydia Christine Knipping. Austin David Knott. Misha Michelle Kosiemba. Braden James Coates. Caitlin Elizabeth Korb. Cody John Kanowski. Jake Martin Krotzel. Grant Nathan Cronky. Keely Jean Crone. Isabel Lynn Kurz. Willa Rose Rain Leclerc. Zaire Zachariah Legrone. Anthony James Lammers. Emily Ray Larson. Kaylee Dawn Lashley. Avaya Ann Aldrich Leah. Evelyn Ruth Lefebvre. Sylvia K. Lefebvre. Emily Aylin Lemus Lopez. Brooklyn Kate Lewis. Isaac Scott Lillyhorn. Delaney K. Limbach. Colden Ray Lanier. Audrey Sue Long.
Zachary Brennan Chance Longmore. Charles Mikan Loof. Julio Cesar Lopez. Macy Lynn Luke. Charlie Andrew Luna. Ella Kathleen Lundgren. Alyssa Babe Mahaka. Jenna Ann Mapes. Dakota Ryan Martin. Gurdens and Letsky Martin. Jackson Dean Martin. Riley Randall Martin. Gabriela Marie Martinez. Maya Christine Martinez. Javier Martinez. Joshua Dean Mashak. Madison Paige Mather. McKenna Marie Matson. Nathan Roy Mock. Braylon Michael Mauler, Marissa Taylor Maynard, Emily Claire MacArthur, Dane Harold McClary, Luke William McLennan, Kevin Christopher McCormick, Ruby K. McCracken, Samuel Albin McDaniel, Kenton Riley McElhiney, Elizabeth Leah Burge McGraw, Addison Grace McManus, Narciso Medina Tinoco, Ryan Edward Meyer, Jordan Eve Mites, Mario Maximus Mejia, Cadence Leslie Melroy, Trent Stephen Mercer, Brianna Grace Masur, Lena Maxine Meyer, Addison Evelyn Miller, Maddox Samuel Miller, Maxwell James Meisner, Abraham Montano, Ismael Tobias Monsalvo, Liliana Rocio Monsalvo, Camille Renee Mumi, Ava Dre Moore, Jonathan Alexander Morales Chavez, Caden Lee Mortenze, Connor Matthew Mostek, Maggie Marie Mundorf, Rhett Quincy Mundorf, Jaden Elijah Munsinger, Samuel Blake Nodigal, Trinity Lendine Nagatani, Annabelle Janet Nahara, Fletchen Allen Neubauer, Aiden David Newell, Alec Bradley Newell, Traven Joe Newton, Gavin Carter Nolda, Derek Evan Nonhoff, Griffin Andrew Novacek, Linda Ashling Interval, Aiden Charles Nutter, Becca Monique Nutter, Lisbeth Mariana Osoro Call, Callie Lynn Ostermeyer, Mackenzie Dawn Pace, Abigail Jane Palmer, Brandon Matthew Parker, Dustin Dale Patient, Dylan Stephen Peisinger, Heinrich Yorline Pena Fajardo, Evelina Sally Peplinsky Martinez, Mary Carmen Peralto Trejo, Hayden Cole Perkins, Lily Catherine Peters, Tate Jackson Petrera Backer, Caleb Morgan Philippi, August James Spy, Connor Ray Pulkett Winkins, Joshua Dean Pafal, Dexter Dean Poppy, Annika Marguerite Posvar, Asia Elizabeth Potter, Lucky Alexander Potter. Angel Pradhan. Ariana Celine Putin. Sky Michael Quintero Pruitt. Braden Gabrielle Raymer. Jonathan Edgardo Ramirez Martinez. Abigail Naomi Ramirez Faust. Josiah Dawn Ramnath. Samantha Rangel. Jasmine Della Lou May Recroft. Jacob Jens Reeves. Landon Jonas Wrights. Abigail Louise Rich. Erin McKenna Rydell. Kala Jade Rip. Kennedy Nicole Ritz. Shadlyn Alana Robinson. Alejandra Rose Rodriguez. Eligio Rodriguez.
Ian Scott Rodriguez. Sebastian Rodriguez. Enrique Johortzi Rodriguez Rivera. Caitlin Marlene Roeder. Caden Tyler Rogers. Ashley Brian Rose. Brody Wyatt Rouse. Ty Darren Royal. Eliana Lynn Salinas. Aiden Antonio Sanchez. Matea Esperanza Marie Sanchez. Vincent Ray Sanchez. Corbin Lee Shade. Aiden William Schaffnet. Ty Matthew Shaw. Alexander Kane Shanneman. Ethan Charles Shano. Sawyer Dean Schilke. McKenna Nevea Schmidt. Zane Matthew Schmitz. Ryan Joe Schneider. Keaton Allen Schroeder. Dean Thomas Schulte. Connor James Schultz. Grace Patience Schuster. Jackson Ray Schutte. Sophie Paige Schotterer. Drake Dean Schwartz. Brett Elizabeth Schweitzer. Zahara Maureen Sexton. Cheyenne Grace Siebold. Evan Ryan Schaefer. Jacob Thomas Shaw. Michael James Schultz Jr. Marianne Jamina Sakaya Alvarez. Emily Sue Sievers. May Juliette Sykes. Maya Ray Simmons. Noah Robert Sims. Jacob Daniel Sent. Jordan Robert Sent. Evan Sawyer Slaymaker. Bretland Joe Smith. Jalen Rose Smith. Avery Jane Snyder. Robert Lee Snodgrass. Xander Robert Soul. Jake Brian Spanenberg. Emma Grace Steinmark. Kale Luverne Stork. Jocelyn Joanna Strickland. Azrael Daniel Stoltz. Eliza Christine Stutz. Christian Isaiah Shagru. Tabitha Joy Sundberg. Preston Andrew Swenson. Alex David Techmeyer. Ashley Jacqueline Teles Meza. Ashton Donald Tem. Sean Matthew William Themes. Tegan Rebecca Thomas. Kai Joseph Thompson. Cole Ryan Throckmorton. Hayden Elizabeth Tababin. Gavin Michael Allen Toms. Evan James Townsend. Brady Allen Tripe. Carly Lee Turner. Josiah Chibukum Uma. Adriana Lucia Valdovaninos. April Jean Van Horn. Brooke Ann Van Horn. Sophie Rose Vanderbeek. Alejandro Leonares Velasquez Roblero. Jordan Ross Vitalis. Owen Zachary Waha. Alexander Levy Walker. Isabel Ray Walker. Braden James Wall. Andrew Joseph Walsh. Cameron Carson Walters. Isabel Rose Warrington. Mary Grace Weber. Grace Ann Weber. Marcus Ryan Wides. Zachary Allen Weiss. Drew Jackson Welch. Alexander Michael Weissman. Liam Isaiah Whitaker. Christopher James White. Kaylee Ann White. Madison Lynn Whitney. Isabella Louise Willis. Braden Craig Curtis Wilson. Brianna Catherine Wilson. Terrence Taj Wilson. Jacqueline Grace Wilterding. Reese Tyler Wilterding. Carson Wayne Wright. Olivia Catherine Wright. Jaden Allen Yeager. Joshua Quinton Zambrano. Cadence Lynn Zimbelman. Carly Marie Zimbelman.
Graduates, please rise. You may now move your tassel from the right side of your mortarboard to the left side. Please help me one more time in congratulating this class of 2025.